Hey, I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV. This is Brief 753. Sometimes I'm skeptical about a product, but the idea behind it is interesting enough to take a further look at. The BenQ E1260 is one of those products. It's a camera with HDR technology built in. HDR stands for High Dynamic Range. You take a series of raw photos, at least 3, at different shutter speeds, then join the pictures together in post-processing. The goal is to get a more vibrant picture than you can otherwise with a single picture taken in automatic mode. The BenQ E1260 takes the post-processing out of the equation and attempts to bring it all together in one shot. It doesn't do RAW, so you won't have the ability to adjust afterwards. HDR can sometimes be very beautiful, or it can be very dramatic and unpleasant to some people. With this camera, it looks like you don't have any control of how vibrant the photo is, so who knows what your photos will look like, but it's a very interesting concept. Can we get gorgeous HDR photos with a camera that does it automatically, or is it at least a step in the right direction? That remains to be seen. In the meantime, if you want to know more about HDR photography, take a look at stuckincustoms.com where Trey Ratcliffe gets it right. This is kind of cool for a limited number of people and some of you thinking about the future of Android gaming. Ryan Frawley has written an Android app called Wii Controller Demo. It doesn't do a lot, but it suggests a lot of possibility. The app lets you pair an Android phone with a Wiimote via Bluetooth and log movements on the display. Ryan wants to allow other developers to use the app to control actual games. You can download it for free, or if you really like the idea, you can pay $1 for it to encourage Ryan to keep working on it. If you're a Nokia user, or might be one day, you'll love this. They just announced Own Voice for OV Maps. It allows you to record your own voice and put it in the system so you're hearing you when you get your navigation instructions. It might sound vain, but you could have your boyfriend or girlfriend record the voice for you, or perhaps Jeff Smith. It's probably better than listening to the robotic voices that seem to get really mad at you when you don't make the right turn. Instead of recalculating, you could hear the love of your life say, "Aw, sweetie, you missed that turn. I'm gonna recalculate this for you, okay?" Or some of you might respond better to, "What the heck is wrong with you?" And now I have to know, if you could have your navigation speak in whatever voice you wanted, what would it be and what would it say? Leave a comment at geekbrief.tv/753. How many times have you wished you could unlock a door with a secret knock instead of a key? Okay, well, maybe not a lot of us have actually thought to think that, but what if you could? Wouldn't you want to be able to? Steve Hofer made it possible. He posted this a few months ago, but I doubt most of you have seen it. I hadn't until yesterday. He created a gadget that attaches to the door and detects the tone and beat of a knock, so you have to get it perfectly. If you get the knock right, the door magically opens. If you don't, no luck. The device is made out of a piezo speaker, a tiny gear reduction motor, an Arduino, and PVC pipe. Now, you don't have to hand your friends over the keys, and if you lose your keys, no worries at all. Take a look.
Hi, so today we have the secret knock detecting lock. It's made from an Arduino microcontroller. There are a couple of LED status lights. On the end we have a button to program in new locks. And on the bottom, where all the business takes place, we have a clamp that goes around the deadbolt that's connected to the D-shaft on a small gear motor, and our piezoelectric detector that's on a little spring that pushes firmly up against the door so it can detect locks. Let's see it in action. Right, so now we have it firmly attached to our door, kind of, and the power is on, and our door is locked. If somebody comes by and gives a regular knock, nothing happens. But if they come by and give the secret knock, the door is unlocked. The lock responds to the absolute timing between the knocks, so the tempo needs to be correct, but it can be fast or it can be slow. For example, but it won't respond even to a reasonably similar knock. But you know what? All my neighbors just heard that knock. So if I want to program in a new knock, I hold down the programming button and knock in my new knock. the status lights played back by Nock to make sure it heard correctly. So now shaving a haircut doesn't do anything. But happy birthday to me unlocks it.
I love when people get creative. Thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting The Brief using my discount code GEEK at squarespace.com, where you can save money when signing up for an easy to build, easy to maintain website. I'm Callie Lewis. Bye!